Well, there's certain bouts you get excited about, and by golly, I'll tell you what, we got a lot to be excited about on this particular championship wrestling program. Hello again, everybody. This is Lance Russell, and in just a moment, we're going to be down at ringside looking at some exciting action. Now, two bouts in particular we want to talk about. We're telling you, handsome Jimmy Valiant goes against Iron Mike Sharp. Mid-America title at stake. You have got to see this rugged action. In addition to that, Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert, who has been doing very well defending that international title, takes on Terry Taylor, returning as one of the most prominent challengers that Gilbert has ever faced. We've got that, a bunch more, so we can get into it. Let's take time out now, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Hawaii 5-0, weeknights at 11 on WBBJ TV.
Plowboy Frasier, or he wants to be called Playboy. Look at the big man. Tojo Yamamoto waiting patiently or unpatiently, probably. Look at big Frasier, Lance. Look at his wrist and his fingers, the gold.
He is shaking the nuggets off right now, Randy. He was telling everybody to hold it. He wanted to get rid of his personal treasury as it comes off his wrist, and now he'll start peeling off. This could take 2 or 3 minutes, too, because he's got so many rings on. He is a showcase.
The big Playboy now, Lance, insulting a longtime member of the Memphis Mid-South Coliseum, a great fan, Miss Lily. Playboy still getting rid of the jewelry. Tojo Yamamoto boiling, ready to go. We are into action, and here we go. Crowd saying that Playboy didn't take all of them off. I believe, yes, his tights, that's exactly what Playboy Frasier may do with one of them. The referee is Jerry Calhoun, and he is going to have problems. Lance, I bet you one thing, you can't think of anybody in the wrestling world that causes as much problems for the referee.
Hey, listen, when he starts to walk around Frasier to inspect him, that's taking a stroll, boy, I'll tell you.
Tojo being cautious, Lance, and we don't blame him. Frasier, without a doubt, we think, with that one of the rings or something, it'll be hard for Calhoun to find anything. Frasier, so huge. What a big man. Well, we know for a fact that Tojo Yamamoto's chops can knock a giant off their feet. That's for a fact. Tojo can blister you. Now the referee has found him one more ring and passes it out to ringside, and here we go now. Tojo backing up the big giant. Watch Playboy, man. He's been running his mouth the whole time. Tojo Yamamoto ready for him. You never know, Lance, about Playboy Frasier. We've seen him as a lot of different things. Now he says that he's a Playboy, a professional professional wrestling.
Yeah, he has been just about as many personalities as anybody we know of. He's been a bunch of them, from the Lone Stranger to the Giant Rebel and
Kamala, too.
Yeah, Kamala too, all of the points in between. Now he is Playboy Frasier.
And he is about to, he wants to have a test of strength with Tojo. Tojo, the veteran. I don't think he'll go for it. The big Playboy and Tojo Yamamoto. Tojo, a legend in this area, no doubt about it. And, test of strength. No doubt in the world to go to Playboy Frasier. This is what Frasier wanted to do. Look at the big man, way over 400 pounds, and he'll put Tojo down to his trouble. Frasier runs his mouth, Lance, and it's annoying to me. He continues.
He's got the folks at ringside a little stirred up about all of that hollering and screaming up there, too. What they're looking for is action, and now he's doing what he should do, and that's use his bulk. He certainly doesn't have the speed to compete, but he's plenty strong. He's got lots of weight to throw around. He's using and doing exactly what he ought to be doing right now.
Has Tojo Yamamoto down. Down we go. Oh. Big praise. And Tojo with a chop. First time in the match. Another one. Tojo Yamamoto rocks big Plowboy Frasier back in the corner. Referee trying to back Tojo up, as they'll have to break it up. But Tojo, one, not to pay much mind to the referee. That's for sure. Chopping the stew out of him. Man, oh man, look at Tojo. Look out, Frasier went for something. Caught Tojo Yamamoto. I don't know if he still has a ring or a chain or what it is. Puts Tojo down again. I really couldn't see the object. Earlier on, I did see what Playboy Frasier had. The referee got it from him. Clubbing right hand to the back of the head of Tojo Yamamoto. We're a little over 6.5 minutes. It's a 15-minute time limit single match. Tojo down again. Playboy, man, he outweighs it. Tough competitor, this Playboy Frasier. Yamamoto down. And it drops the big leg. That's it, Lance, I would think. 1, 2, and no! Playboy Frasier, at the count of 2, refused to go for the pin. He wants to punish him. Now he with a chop himself on Tojo Yamamoto. And Tojo out of the way. Frasier made a very serious mistake. That will cost him, because Tojo's out of the way and he may get a chance to come back in this match. Tojo took a lot of punishment. He was down for what I thought was a 3 count. Frasier picked him up, and Tojo is going to be the first back to his feet. And Frasier backing up from it. Tojo! Oh, man, again. Big chop to the top of the head. Tojo Yamamoto. once again. That's how he stopped Tojo before. And he caught him again. Tojo down. And this, 1, 2, Playboy Frasier, who was using the ropes for leverage, gets the count of 3. 8 minutes, 40 seconds. The winner is the big man, Playboy Frasier. Once again, the official time, 8 minutes, 40 seconds. The action isn't over as Frasier caught him a shot as Frasier was leading the ring. Big Playboy the winner. More action. We'll return with championship wrestling action, so you stay with us.
Ooh, we got more action coming up. And by golly, I'll tell you what. Hey, something talking about coming up, and that's in Selmer, Tennessee. McNary Central, we got championship wrestling. We're going to be talking about that later on. Okay, I want to talk about something that's right here on us on Friday, January the 11th, Milan, Tennessee, right there at the Milan High School, sponsored by the Rebounders Club. Tickets on sale at the Milan Banking Company and the First American National Bank. Son of a gun, the main event is going to be worth the price of admission alone. Now, listen to this and picture it, if you will. Ring completely wrapped in barbed wire. Jerry the King Lawler, Eddie Gilbert on the inside, Eddie. You understand, barbed wire.
That's right. I understand it very well, Lance. I want you to ask Jerry Lawler if he understands it, because I know he's going to come out here and tell you and tell these people that he asked for this match. But I asked for this match because I know what barbed wire can do to you, Jerry Lawler. I know because before I became a star and the personality that I am today, when I was growing up in Lexington, Tennessee, I run around on a few farms. I know what barbed wire can do to you, especially when you're trying to get through it, which you'll be trying to do. It can tear the flesh right off your back, and especially if I take you from one end of that ring to the other with your face, grinding it right down it, when nothing will be left there. All the hide's going to come off, and I can't think of a better place than Milan, Tennessee, because, Lawler, I'm after you any place, any time Milan, Tennessee's going to see death.
Well, the barbed wire fence, it's going to be something to see, and it's not going to be a pretty sight. Action, brother, you can't believe it. Now, listen, in addition to that, we've got a San Quentin chain match. That means it's legal for Ken Wayne and Danny Davis and Constant and Ashley to bring chains.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. It's #1. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, or try it yourself. That's all the proof you'll need. Selsun Blue. It's #1.
If you're between the ages of 45 and 74, could I ask you a very serious question? Have you ever stopped to think of the financial hardships that could result from your death or the death of your spouse? Now, no one wants their death to create a financial burden on their loved ones, and yet it nearly always does. Now, most folks know they need more life insurance, but feel they just can't afford it. Well, Academy Life's Family Security Life Plan now makes it easier than ever for anyone 45 to 74 to get the extra protection they need for only $5 a month. You see, this plan combines term life insurance with accidental death coverage to provide big dollar benefits at rates nearly everyone can afford. For example, a 45-year-old man can buy over $41,000 of initial insurance protection for only 67 cents a day. 67 cents. But price isn't the only way they've made it easy. Right now, you'll receive your first 2 months of coverage at no cost to you. That's right, your first 2 months at no cost. See what I mean when I say they've made it easy? Big dollar benefits, affordable rates, and no cost for the first 2 months. Honestly, with Academy making it so easy, shouldn't you give your family the security they deserve? This free information kit will only take you a few minutes to read. But what a difference it could make in your family's future. Call for your kit right now. Believe me, you won't be sorry.
Call toll-free 1-800-228-1300, 1-800-228-1300. The information kit that Mr. Landon spoke of will be mailed to you free with no obligation. That's 1-800-228-1300, 1-800-228-1300. This is a free call.
America Heavyweight title underway. The action, one fall, 60 minutes in time. Handsome Jimmy Valiant, the boy from New York City, Boogeyman. He's got that crowd in behind him. He's going against a big, rugged Canadian athlete, Iron Mike Sharp. He holds the Mid-America title. Mike with that ever-present brace on his arm that has been the subject of much speculation. There's been no speculation between the folks who have felt it bang up against their head. Ask Lanny Popo about it. Ask some others. Handsome Jimmy blocked with a right hand. Sharp, a big guy. He outweighs Jimmy. He is really thick. What a powerhouse this guy is. This ought to be an interesting match, Randy.
Sure is, Lance. Mid-America title on the line, and the Boogeyman one that's had many, many titles, and he's going for another one, the very important Mid-America belt. Mike Sharp is having his problem. Mike is a big, big, strong man, but he's going against one of the wildest men you will ever see. Crowd getting behind the Boogeyman. Handsome ready. Mike Sharp back in the ring. And here we go. Sharp, a complainer, as he tells referee Jerry Calhoun that Handsome completely violating the rules. Valiant gets set. Mike Sharp ready for him, and they tie up, and Mike Sharp working on Valiant with that very controversial pad that he has, the brace on his right arm. He fires Valiant in. Jimmy ducks. Oh, man. Mike Sharp out of the ring. The Boogeyman caught him. Jimmy Valiant. Count of 10 to get back in the ring. Mike Sharp knows he's going against, even though he's a champion, against one of the roughest and toughest people in the world. Now with Mike Sharp on the apron. Handsome Jimmy Valiant in the ring. Listen to the complaints from Mike Sharp, telling the referee he's using the fist. Oh, you poor baby! Sharp back in the ring, and here we go again. Sharp circling the ring, trying to stay away from Mike Sharp. Or trying to stay away from Handsome Jimmy. Now Sharp got him. Caught him back in the corner. He is really planting a boot in the midsection. Now he mounts a very, very aggressive offense. But Valiant reverses it. Whoa! Caught him, Lance Russell did. Jimmy Valiant catch Mike Sharp. I'm telling you.
He almost took him right out of his socks, Randy. He hit him with that clothesline so hard. Now, Sharp will go in at 270, brother. He is thick and muscular. Valiant hit him with a clothesline that almost stripped him right out of his shoes and socks. Sharp still down on the floor, and the referee counting on him. He's got a 10 count to get back in there. Handsome not helping his own cause by being too close to the ropes where Sharp is trying to get in. Sharp taking time to holler at the crowd out there. He's stalling for time. He's trying to get those stars out of his head and clear his breathing a little, because Valiant really nailed him.
That's not wrestling. You don't call that wrestling for crying out loud.
Come on, Mike. It's legal. He hit him with a clothesline arm, and Sharp screaming and hollering, as Randy said. Sharp is a complainer. Now, Jimmy, of course, nobody ever said Jimmy was going to always do what was the smartest thing. He's wild. He wants a piece of him, but he's giving Sharp a little more time. Oh, wait a minute. Sharp over there adjusting that brace on his arm. Wham! Oh, boy. and Jim down. He nailed him with it from outside the ropes. Swung it like a ball bat, his arm. Hit him with that brace right in the face. He busted Jimmy open with one shot from that brace. Jimmy staggering as he comes back up. And once again, Valiant down on the deck. Right at the 6-minute mark, Jimmy really had it going. He may have rushed that rope a little too quick, and boy, that turned it around. Sharp had a chance to do whatever he does with that brace. And he blasted Jimmy as he came at the ropes again. Busted him open. And Jimmy is bleeding profusely. Now Sharp's biting him. Referee trying to count him off. Mid-America title at stake. Jimmy's eye is a mess. The referee's taking a look at it. He looks bad. Iron Mike Sharp follows it right up, hammers him right on that turnbuckle. And Sharp just clubbing away. No science at all. He is just inflicting punishment. Jimmy bleeding bad. And in the corner, Iron Mike pushes the ref back, slams Valiant again. He turned it around when he banged Jimmy. The referee again checking him. Jimmy staggers to the center of the ring and takes another shot. Sharp has turned his whole face red. He has banged him very hard. Blood running out of the eye. Jimmy on his feet, trying to muster a measure of a comeback with Sharp, and Sharp just continues to hammer. What? Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell to be rung. He's stopping it. He's saying he's bleeding too much.
Now we're proud to present their exclusive TV album, The Very Best of the Statlers.
This album is very special to us, and we really hope you'll enjoy it.
I'm dreaming of you, and that makes me Atlanta blue. If she's guilty, so am I.
18 great songs, from the latest hits to the original Statler Brothers classics.
I'll go to my grave, loving you. Every night in my dreams you'll be back. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Do you know you are my
This is the finest Statler collection ever, so be ready to order.
Baker, Pepsi, please. One takes the bow, one takes the blame.
Remember, this special Statler's album is not available in any store, so be ready to order now.
To order, call toll-free 1-800-553-5000. To save all COD and huddling charges and pay only $8.98 for the album, $9.98 for the tapes, and check or money order to Statler Brothers, Post Office Box 2387, Jackson, Tennessee. Remember, to save all additional charges, send check or money order to Statler Brothers, Box 2387, Jackson, Tennessee.
Particularly pleased to be able to have our guest Terry Taylor with us, the new international heavyweight title holder. You folks have just seen the match that he had with Eddie Gilbert. Before we jump right into that, Terry, welcome back. I know everybody around here was not only delighted in the outcome of the match, but first they're just tickled to see you back here.
Well, Lance, I tell you, it was like coming home. We're coming back here to see you and everybody and all the fans here in the Memphis area. I tell you, the competition here is good, and it's like, I don't know, just the people have taken me back in, and I am really just happy to be back here, and I'm coming back as often as I can.
I want to, well, we sure hope you're going to bring that belt back and defend it.
Just take it home.
We want to catch up a little bit. Now, you've been gone from Memphis a long time. Reports come back, and they say, hey, Terry Taylor's hot on a firecracker. They're drawing big crowds in New Orleans and Oklahoma and all over Texas and everywhere like that. Just fill us in a little bit, Terry, about some of the matches you've had and the maturity that's come with the experience you've had since you were last here in Memphis.
Okay, well, I've been in the Mid-South area is what it's called, and that entails the 5 states of Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, and Oklahoma. And as of 6 months ago, I was a TV champion there, which I won a tournament that they had. It took over 7 weeks, 7 different matches that I won that. And I'm happy to say that I was a champion there for 5 months. I'm no longer the champion, which is, you know, I'm not too proud of that. But the wrestling there is good. It's good competition, and I'm just trying to, as everybody knows, I'd like to be the world champion sooner or later. And what I feel like I'm doing now is wrestling as many people as I can and doing as well as I can in hopes to someday get that world title shot.
I guess this is kind of a foolish question, but I got to bring it up. I know that when you had an outstanding football career in college, you graduated as an economics major, and there was some question as to what you ought to pursue as a career. I guess by now you're pretty well convinced you made the right choice.
Yeah, it's just, to me, it's a thrill to be able to do something that I really enjoy, and that's professional wrestling, and I get paid for it, which is even an added bonus. And it's nice because you have the people that are on my side. And whenever I go out there and I get in trouble, they cheer for me, and I feel like it's warmth and it's even friendship. That when I'm out there, that the people are pulling for me, and it just gives me that little added incentive to keep going no matter what. And wrestling is a sport, it's a business, but the sport part is what I really love, and I'm glad I did it, and I'm also glad that I'm making a living.
Hey, you're a perfect one to ask, because a lot of young fellows have come to me and said, hey, how do I get in professional wrestling? I say, do you have any wrestling background? No, but I want to be a professional wrestler in there. Now, not only were you an outstanding football player, but you were also a great amateur wrestler. And that amateur wrestling background has got to have played an important part in this tremendous rise to the position you're in now.
Well, thank you, Lance. That is true, because you can't build a house starting with the roof. You can't start at the top, which is professional wrestling. A lot of people say, well, they see it on TV, and they say, well, I think I can do that. Well, it's never as easy as it looks on TV, because the people you're watching are the absolute best. They are the finest that there is in professional wrestling in this area. And when you watch them, I mean, they are so good that they make it look easy. It's like snow skiing or anything else. You watch them do it, it's real smooth and fluid. But you have to have the basics. You have to start young, learn what you're doing, so you don't make the mistakes later on. And the people that think that they can just jump in on the top level are really in for a rude awakening, because it is not nearly as easy as you might think. It is a hard, tough business to get into and also to stay in.
Yeah, talking about excitement and thrills, I got to go back to one. I know you've had a lot of them since that time, but this one, I know what a thrill it was for me, because I will never forget the reaction, the way you jumped in that ring and all. You came in a Southern heavyweight title match. People liked Terry Taylor. They didn't know him too well. Son of a gun if you don't upset the wrestling world and win the AWA Southern Heavyweight title. That still has got to be a big thrill.
Yeah, every time I relive that in my mind, it's a fantastic feeling, because that was the first title that I really ever held that was of really importance, because this area is so competitive. And I can look back on that with fond memories now, because I feel like that was my number one. I mean, it was like a dream, and it came true, and it was right here in this area, and I'm just happy it was here.
Well, I can say one thing for a fact. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this gentleman. One of these days, the world belt will be right here. But for the time being, that international belt doesn't look too bad. Terry, congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing good luck to you in the future.
Well, thank you very much, Lance.
He said goodbye to Anna today. She wasn't the same girl he loved and married 35 years ago. He didn't know why she drank so much, but he just knew she did, and he didn't know what to do. Problem drinking destroys lives, loves, and families. If you have a problem drinker you love and want to know how to help, call the Care Unit program at St. Joseph Hospital. Call 901-529-2902.
If you know someone, your brother or your friend, who's tried to quit smoking, succeeded for a while, and then started again, and he says, I'm no good, I can't do it, I'll smoke the rest of my life. Remind him that he's been on an addictive drug and that it is common to relapse, and all he's got to do is try again until he quits for good.
For a free booklet on smoking and helping someone quit, call 1-800-4-CANCER. 1-800-4-CANCER.
We're friends you can turn to. WBBJ TV, Jackson.
Terry Taylor hanging in with that wrist. Gilbert. Gilbert, good chop, and Taylor got his attention as he wrapped that arm around. Twisting the night away on Eddie Gilbert's arm. Taylor shoveled in, hip tossed as he came out. Kicked out of it, nice. Oh, look at this. Couple of speedy athletes in there.
Come on, Terry!
Terry into a fine arm bar. He's up tight on that shoulder. And Gilbert, that right shoulder popped up as the count of three was coming down again. Terry doesn't really have him in a pinhole, but he did get a couple of 2 counts on him. Again, Gilbert raises his shoulder at the count of 3. One fall, 60 minutes. We're approaching the 5-minute mark. Terry Taylor hanging on to that arm bar. First time that Taylor and Eddie Gilbert have met. Ooh. Taylor back in the corner. Takes a shot and a second one from Eddie Gilbert. And Taylor trying to nail him with that shoulder. Nailed nothing but the ring post. Gilbert using the time to get himself back physically ready to attack, and he does. Terry Taylor slammed off the top turnbuckle. Gilbert zings him with a solid right hand. And Taylor kicking his way out. Count of 2. Gilbert has had a couple of 3 2 counts against him. Nothing serious. Oh, nice move. Wasn't able to hold on to it, but he spun out of it well. And Gilbert bangs Taylor with that right hand. The referee warns him about the use of the fist. Hand in the hair. Looks like he's going for a suplex. Got it. All the way over the top. Bang Taylor into the middle of the ring. Count of 1, 2. Taylor kicks out. He had his choice. He could kick out, or he could have popped his foot up over the ropes. Working around to the 7-minute mark, and Gilbert now showing signs of that cockiness that has turned a lot of the fans against him. He's been a winner, but he hadn't enjoyed the public support that I think he would like. He's choking Taylor now in the corner, and referee Jerry Calhoun finally backs him out of there. Oh, boy. Taylor reverses it. And as he was going for a slam, Gilbert kicked over. Almost had him pinned. Dandy. Taylor scooped him up, was going for the slam. Gilbert kicked his legs at the right time and dumped Taylor over backward, covered him up, and just about had a pin on him. Drops with an elbow. And misses. Taylor bagged him into that one. And as Terry Taylor was going for a backdrop, Gilbert came out, and you could hear it ring in the top row. He kicked him right in the face. Gilbert spears the ring post, and Taylor, if he's to have a chance, needed that. Gilbert was on a roll. Terry up, meets him with a right hand. And a third one puts Gilbert down. Double leg. Gilbert with 8. Did he get him? 9 minutes and 4 seconds. Eddie Gilbert got him. He double-legged him as Taylor was administering punishment. Eddie, from here, we could see him put his feet on the rope, but the referee was down counting. Taylor trying to explain it to him now. Gilbert saying, no, I could barely move. And Terry Taylor had a lot of the folks going with him. Lawler is out here. Jerry's match coming up soon. He's out telling the referee, for crying out loud, he's using the ring ropes. And the crowd saying yes. Restart it, the referee says. Gilbert taking a shot at Lawler. Taylor rolls him up. Look at here, he got him. 9-16. Taylor reverses it and is awarded the title. He is the new international title holder. Gilbert defeated.
I want to get back into the action we were talking about. Again, a reminder, Selma, Tennessee, coming soon. We'll talk about that. But Milan, right here on us, Friday, January the 11th, right there at the high school, friend. A big night of action. Now, what I was telling you about that San Quentin chain match is Constant and Ashley are going to be in with the Nightmares, Wayne and Davis, and it's going to be legal to bring chains to the ring and use them right there in the ring. Very unusual match, but not nearly as unusual as that barbed wire match. Jerry Lawler, Eddie Gilbert, inside a ring with barbed wire, not chicken wire or anything else, Jerry. So they're not going to be getting any close on purpose to that ring
That's
side.
right, Lance. I heard Eddie Gilbert out here spouting off about how much he knows about barbed wire. Well, brother, you may climb some barbed wire fences, but I've been in a barbed wire match. I'm the one that invented this match. I had one with Coco Ware, and I grabbed that stinking head of his, and I ran it down that barbed wire till the blood flowed like wine. And it's not going to be any different with you, Eddie Gilbert. Now, you think you're hot stuff, well, we're going to see just how hot you're going to be, brother, because it's going to get plenty hot in the kitchen, and I don't think you're going to be able to stand the heat, and you're going to have to try to get out. Well, that's when you're going to run smack head on into that barbed wire, brother, and we're going to see the flesh fly. You're right. We're going to see the blood flow, but it's going to be yours, punk. Now, you can run your mouth all you want to about how bad you want the king and what you're going to do to me once you get me. Well, Milan, Tennessee is going to be your chance to back it up, brother, because you got me, every bit of me, and I'm going to have every bit of you, punk, what's left of you after the barbed wire finishes with you.
That's on the 11th. Full card, 5 matches.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. It's #1. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, or try it yourself. That's all the proof you'll need. Selsun Blue. It's #1.
A powerful story of America and Americans. Surprise! 1962, a time of innocence and optimism.
I think this should be an Air Force job, Mike, but your wing gets the call.
Kennedy's vigor swept the nation.
You can have the rest of that when you come back tonight.
His enthusiasm propelled us to a new frontier.
I'm going to be there for you, so don't worry about it, okay?
Our goal is not the victory of might, but the vindication of right. Not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom here in this hemisphere. And we hope around the world, God willing, that goal will be achieved.
Just as their country, they were coming of age, building a foundation for themselves and those they loved. Call to glory.
Coming in, he's hot. He's into a full Nelson. Adrien trying to knock Lawler out. Stumbles out of the ring. Lawler had his eye on him. He knew what was up. And he slipped out of the way, and Adrien bumped down onto the concrete. And now the king. And the exotic one. A little test of strength as Adrien trying to get away from the grip of Lawler. Shin locked him, and Lawler really putting the heat on those fingers and wrist. Lawler's got a good one on him. Street getting a little panicky, trying to get away from him. Jerry Lawler down on the deck as Adrien Street, separating those fingers. Referee can't see it. Lawler hollered at the ref. Street now, hand in the hair, jerks Lawler off his feet. Adrien getting some encouragement from his corner and Miss Linda. Oh, once again he did it. He pulled that little finger of Lawler's out. Bent it in a manner in which it is not intended to bend. Lawler about ready to unload that knuckle sandwich on him. Street again goes to the hair. Working on those fingers. Man, he's got a jillion little quick moves. The referee comes around this side and he reaches back and chokes Lawler. Grabs the tights of the King. And just every way you're not looking, he's doing something illegal. Lawler on both knees. We're 10 minutes into the action with 50 minutes to wrestle. He was into an arm bar, and again, looks like he's going after the fingers on Lawler's left hand. Jerks him back with a hair. The referee telling him to break it up, and he finally gets Street away. Southern heavyweight belt at stake. One fall, 60 minutes. We're past the 10-minute mark. Adrien Street zinging Lawler with a couple of rights. Little short chopping shots. Now gouging at the cheek. Well, he's now telling the referee he did a moment ago it wasn't illegal, and looking at him, he just had the flat of his hand down, twisting with that. He was not grabbing. Ooh, there's that forearm uppercut. Look at Street go to work here. Enough's enough. King pops that strap down. And Lawler peppering Street with that right hand. Puts him down with a solid right. And makeup being rearranged by the King. Comes Gilbert. Eddie Gilbert jumping in. Going to be a disqualification on Adrien Street as Eddie Gilbert goes after Lawler. He had trouble with Lawler in an earlier match. Not the jury jumped in, but he expressed an opinion that was shared by the wrestling crowd. Off with a boot, and Gilbert pounding on Lawler as Street has lost the match. 12 minutes and 44 seconds, a disqualification. Adrien Street is loser. Lawler holds on to the Southern belt, but at the moment, that seems unimportant as Street and Gilbert are banging away on him. Gilbert choking Lawler now. Free trying to pull Gilbert off, and Street picks up Gilbert's boot, drops down right in the face with Lawler. Crowd hollering, "We want Valiant," I believe. So Eddie Gilbert caused Adrien Street to lose it by disqualification. But I don't think that Adrien really seems to care too much. He's gotten to participate with Gilbert and kicking a stew out of the king as Gilbert continues to do so. Street picks up the cause again.
At 39, I was overweight and tired of it. I had to make a choice. Go on yet another diet or get serious about losing weight. I got serious. I chose Nutrisystem. They put me on a total weight loss program. They taught me how to eat sensibly and deliciously with new system cuisine, exclusive at Nutrisystem. I lost 22 pounds and kept it off. I made the right choice. Nutrisystem.
This sign is your symbol for the quickest quality printing in town. Look inside the big red Q and you'll find our work speaks for itself. Letterheads, envelopes, business cards, invitations, business forms. Whatever your printing needs, Quick Print is your first choice for quality printing for less. And for your business needs, just call. We'll visit your company and set up everything you'd need. Quick Print, 204 East Main, serving all of the West Tennessee heartland with quality printing for less.
Tojo's going to be a dandy. We got more next week, and it'll be great, too. Until that time, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
Putting away outlaws was mighty tough work.
I'll wait in the office.
Sometimes it was just too much for one man.
That's his problem, not mine.
That's when they called him the bounty hunter.
My name's Randall.
A man dedicated to law and order.
But I do want the price you're carrying.
And to bringing justice to an untamed frontier.
You really believe that?
Steve McQueen's a bounty hunter and wanted dead or alive. Sunday nights at 11:30 on TV5. Make plans to see.
I am.
The news is always a little better on TV5.
This special time because of the NFL playoff game that preceded us. We'll be back at our normal time next week. And we've got a special show for you today. I'm telling you, a one-on-one segment features an interview with a new international heavyweight champion, a man who came back to the area recently and took that title from Eddie Gilbert. Lance Russell, as a matter of fact, is going to conduct the one-on-one interview. I'm talking about Terry Taylor. I know you'll be interested to see that. We're also going to be talking with a couple of guys that we're going to have, I guess, two bad guy segments on the show today. We're going to talk to the former Nightmares, Ken Wayne and Danny Davis, and we'll also be speaking with Troy Graham to kind of see about how his leg is progressing and just see how much longer he's going to need to be wheeled around in the wheelchair. Also, a very special segment today on, well, it's Texas wrestling in general, but you're going to see some familiar faces. Young Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, who wrestled in the area, are now out there, and they're wrestling as Fantastics. We're going to check in on their progress out in Texas. A lot of that and a lot more on today's show, so you stay with us. We'll be right back with it after these words. A good friend, Danny Dunn, has done it again. There are now 7 Dunn's locations. Danny Dunn's newest service center is at Ketchum and Airways. Now you can celebrate the event and enjoy a king-size savings on a transmission tune-up for only $14.95. So if it's just for an adjustment or for a full exchange, remember what Danny Dunn says.
I'll fix your transmission right and at a reasonable price.
So then wouldn't you really rather have a Dunn's transmission?
As soon as that clap goes, I hear this hungry. And it's like, get me a Snickers bar.
Snickers satisfies you.
If you're going to have a snack, it might as well be a Snickers because my hunger's controlled until dinner.
Packed with fresh peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel, and milk chocolate.
Satisfies you.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
All the way through the whole bar, it's packed with peanuts. You got to have Snickers bar. I mean, it's the thing that satisfies you.
Elvis Presley, the most popular singer of all time, would have celebrated his 50th birthday in January. To mark this worldwide event, we present Elvis Memories, a different kind of special, created with love and understanding, and illustrated with very personal home movies and rare, never-before-seen film footage.
Elvis Memories, Monday night at 7 on TV5.
Take a look at the splendors of Egypt, the pyramids, the Sphinx, the majestic Nile River, all silent testimonies to a land 5,000 years old. Our city's namesake, Memphis, Egypt, sits among these wonders, and our mayor visited here. I'm Brenda Wood. You can see the Land of Kings in a 30-minute special from Memphis to Memphis, Wednesday, January 9th at 8 p.m. and Saturday, January 12th at 6 p.m. From Memphis to Memphis, a 30-minute special on TV5.
Welcome back to the show, and as I said earlier, we're going to be talking with Terry Taylor, the new international heavyweight champion, in just a couple of seconds. But before we do, let's take a look at that young man in action. To the music, freeze frame. Here's Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor, the new international heavyweight champion, and as I said, he's our one-on-one guest today. Well, actually, he was a guest of Lance Russell. We let Lance conduct this interview right after Terry won the title. So let's take a look at that now. I think you'll be interested in this. Terry Taylor.
We are particularly pleased to be able to have our guest Terry Taylor with us, the new international heavyweight title holder. You folks have just seen the match that he had with Eddie Gilbert. Before we jump right into that, Terry, welcome back. I know everybody around here was not only delighted in the outcome of the match, but first they're just tickled to see you back here.
Well, Lance, I tell you, it was like coming home, coming back here to see you and everybody and all the fans here in the Memphis area. I tell you, the competition here is good, and it's like, I don't know, just the people have taken me back in, and I am really just happy to be back here, and I'm coming back as often as I can.
Well, we sure hope you're going to bring that belt back and defend it.
Just take it home.
We want to catch up a little bit. Now, you've been gone from Memphis a long time. Reports come back, and they say, hey, Terry Taylor's hot on a firecracker. They're drawing big crowds in New Orleans and Oklahoma and all over Texas and everywhere like that. Just fill us in a little bit, Terry, about some of the matches you've had and the maturity that's come with the experience you've had since you were last here in Memphis.
Okay, well, I've been in the Mid-South area is what it's called, and that entails 5 states of Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, and Oklahoma. And as of 6 months ago, I was a TV champion there, which I won a tournament that they had. It took over 7 weeks, 7 different matches that I won that. And I'm happy to say that I was a champion there for 5 months. I'm no longer the champion, which is, you know, I'm not too proud of that. But the wrestling there is good. It's good competition, and I'm just trying to, as everybody knows, I'd like to be the world champion sooner or later. And what I feel like I'm doing now is wrestling as many people as I can and doing as well as I can in hopes to someday get that world title shot.
I guess this is kind of a foolish question, but I got to bring it up. I know that when you had an outstanding football career in college, you graduated as an economics major, and there was some question as to what you ought to pursue as a career. I guess by now you're pretty well convinced you made the right choice.
Yeah, it's just, to me, it's a thrill to be able to do something that I really enjoy, and that's professional wrestling, and I get paid for it, which is even an added bonus. And it's nice because you have the people that are on my side. Whenever I go out there and I get in trouble, they cheer for me, and I feel like it's warmth and it's even friendship. That when I'm out there, that the people are pulling for me, and it just gives me that little added incentive to keep going no matter what. And wrestling is a sport, it's a business, but the sport part is what I really love, and I'm glad I did it, and I'm also glad that I'm making a living.
Hey, you are a perfect one to ask, because a lot of young fellows have come to me and said, hey, how do I get in professional wrestling? I say, do you have any wrestling background? No, but I want to be a professional wrestler in there. Now, not only were you an outstanding football player, but you were also a great amateur wrestler. And that amateur wrestling background has got to have played an important part in this tremendous rise to the position you're in now.
Well, thank you, Lance. That is true, because you can't build a house starting with the roof. You can't start at the top, which is professional wrestling. A lot of people say, well, they see it on TV, and they say, well, I think I can do that. Well, it's never as easy as it looks on TV, because the people you're watching are the absolute best. They are the finest that there is in professional wrestling in this area. And when you watch them, I mean, they are so good that they make it look easy. It's like snow skiing or anything else. You watch them do it, it's real smooth and fluid. But you have to have the basics. You have to start young, learn what you're doing, so you don't make the mistakes later on. And the people that think that they can just jump in on the top level are really in for a rude awakening, because it is not nearly as easy as you might think. It is a hard, tough business to get into and also to stay in.
Yeah, talking about excitement and thrills, I got to go back to one. I know you've had a lot of them since that time, but this one, I know what a thrill it was for me, because I will never forget the reaction, the way you jumped in that ring and all. You came in a Southern heavyweight title match. People liked Terry Taylor. They didn't know him too well. Son of a gun if you don't upset the wrestling world and win the AWA Southern Heavyweight title. That still has got to be a big thrill.
Yeah, every time I relive that in my mind, it's a fantastic feeling, because that was the first title that I really ever held that was of really importance, because this area is so competitive. And I can look back on that with fond memories now, because I feel like that was my #1. I mean, it was like a dream, and it came true, and it was right here in this area, and I'm just happy it was here.
Well, I can say one thing for a fact. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this gentleman. One of these days, the world belt will be right here. But for the time being, that international belt doesn't look too bad. Terry, congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing good luck to you in the future.
Well, thank you very much, Lance.
That's young Terry Taylor, and as we said, he is going to be back here in the near future. Just a couple of weeks, he'll be back here to defend the International Heavyweight Championship. We want to thank Lance for conducting that interview. And it's time now for our viewer mail segment, and today's letter comes from, I'm not exactly sure about this. Oh, we got a break first. Okay. All right, thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. What we're going to do right now, before we read this letter, before we do our viewer mail segment, is we're going to have to watch a commercial, pay a few bills around here. We'll be back with this letter after this break.
know, whenever we senior Americans get together, the subject of health care is sure to come up, and costs are skyrocketing. Now, friends, if you think Medicare is the answer, listen to this. Today, Medicare pays less than half of the average health care bill. Less than half. You're responsible for the rest. That means a stay in a hospital could cost thousands of dollars out of your own pocket. Let me ask you something. You know what a deductible is, or a co-payment? Well, that's the part of the bills you pay yourself. And they've been raised every single year since 1968. The deductible that started at $40 is now over $300. And you could pay that for one day in the hospital. Now, I know it's scary, but fortunately, I've got a great solution. So get pencil and paper for a very important phone number, and I'll tell you about it. This is the original Medicare insurance supplement from the National Senior Citizens Group Insurance Trust. I'm sold on it. Look, it pays cash direct to you, not to the doctor or the hospital, unless that's what you want. It pays regardless of any other coverage you have, including Medicare. And it guarantees to match your Medicare hospital increases dollar for dollar every time they go up. And best of all, if you're 65 or over, you can't be turned down for any reason. So get the Medicare insurance supplement that's already protecting thousands of senior Americans across the country. This information kit explains it all, and it's yours absolutely free when you dial our toll-free number. There is no obligation. The rates are reasonable because it's group coverage. So do yourself a favor. Call right now. You know, at this time of your life, you really deserve peace of mind.
Call toll-free 1-800-458-5200 or write to Union Fidelity TV offer, Trevose, PA 19048. Operators are standing by now.
Well, now we're back, and it is time for the viewer mail segment now, I'm sure. Right, Bob? Right. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Our viewer mail today comes from, I'm not sure exactly. I guess the return address on the card is from Susan Emery in Memphis, but she says she wants the T-shirt sent to somebody else. But I guess it's from Susan, and the question is for me. It says, Dear Jerry, I love to watch you wrestle. I really think you're the best. And for someone who is as busy as you are, would like to know how much time you get to spend at home and if you get vacations. Good luck in 1985. Signed, Susan Emery. Susan, that is a good question. As you heard Terry Taylor mention a while ago, this is a very tough profession, not only in the ring, but outside as well. The traveling schedules are always very hectic, and then every now and then you get something like the weather that we've just had the past few days will even add more difficulty to that. As a matter of fact, last Thursday night, I wrestled in a city just north of Bowling Green, Kentucky, and was driving, and then all the weather hit. I wound up having to drive 350 miles back to Memphis at 35 miles an hour. So I spent, when I added it up, almost 20 hours getting to and from a match that lasted less than 20 minutes. So that kind of thing takes place a lot. You don't get to spend a lot of time at home. You spend a lot of time traveling in airports, driving, that kind of thing. As far as vacations, though, I do fortunately get a chance to take a vacation every now and then. The vacations are usually a little different. I don't like to go places on vacation, sort of like a mailman taking a walk on his day off. What I like to do is spend a vacation is just to get to stay at home a little bit. So Susan, hope that answers your question. And she says, please send my T-shirt and postcard to Estelle Maddenrail. Okay, we will do that, Susan, and this is what Estelle is going to get right here. Hope you like that. Did we get a shot of that? There it is. The T-shirt, and for everybody that sends in, they're going to get one of these postcards, and there's the address that we'd like for you to send your mail to. The Jerry Lawler Show, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. The zip code is 38104. If you have any questions or any, of course, artwork, any of that kind of thing, anything you'd like to send to us, we're just standing by the mailbox each and every day waiting for those cards and letters to come in. Okay, send them along to us. And right now what we're going to do, we're going to take a minute to talk to, or a couple of minutes to talk to a couple of guys who are feeling pretty confident right now. They won a big match last week in Memphis, but they got another one coming up right now. I'm talking about Danny Davis and Ken Wayne, the former Nightmares. And as I said, I guess you guys are pretty happy after the big win over Steve Constant and Tim Ashley.
The Barbie dolls, we sent them packing, baby. They back at home playing with Wally and the Beeve. That's right, we got rid of them. They come out there and said they didn't want that match. And they were right, they didn't want it. Because we sent them hiking, just like we said we was going to do. Ain't that right, pal?
You got it, brother. You got it, brother. Go on, Lawler. I heard you say, well,
yeah,
what?
That's right.
Subject for a shallow mind, Lawler.
I just wanted to say, oh boy, I love these kind of interviews. I just wanted to say that, well, I'm not trying to really let a cat out of the bag or anything like that, but I've heard rumors, and I'm sure you guys have heard rumors, that maybe you haven't seen the last of Tim Ashley and Steve Constant. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you're right, Lawler. Something about these daydreamers or dreamboats or something like it right there. We're supposed to be wrestling them Monday night, I believe. I want to find out something. If that is who we think it is, if that is the Barbie dolls,
right,
Constant and Ashley, we're going to take those masks off of them, just like they exposed us. Right there on TV, Lawler, they exposed us, baby, right there on TV in front of millions of people. Well, if that is them, we're going to expose them for the jerks that they are, for the no-good, low-down, stinking dogs that they are, and we're going to get them out of here once and for all, just like they should be.
Well, I've heard that I know you guys went to the promoters and have said that if that's them and if you do get the mask off, that they will be forced to not only leave the area for a year, but that they would be suspended as well. Now, don't you think that's a little drastic measures to take?
A little drastic? Don't you think it was drastic, them jumping in the ring and taking our mask off because they got carried away and let some geeks sitting around ringside say, yeah, take the mask off, and look what happened to them. They got their butts kicked. They was left bleeding in the ring. We had a match with them. We left them bleeding there, and then we get a loser leave town, because see, we knew, baby, we could beat their butts and run them out of town, and we got them a U-Haul, and they're gone. Now, if they ain't got, either they're stupid or they got a lot of guts. I got to say that for them, because they keep coming back, and they keep coming back, and my foot's getting tired of kicking them in the butt, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm getting tired of you using that kind of language on the show, so, you know, we don't have to listen to that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm getting tired of being on this show.
Well, you don't have to be back anymore, you know, if that's the case. Let me just say this. You guys are making it, you're awfully emphatic about the fact that you're going to take their mask off, but at the same time, you were upset when you had your mask pulled off. You know, what do you got, a double standard here or what?
I wouldn't call it a double standard. I mean, what would you do? I mean, these guys were tampering with our livelihoods, you understand? Because, hey, we love privacy, because, hey, look at us. We are handsome men. We are very handsome men, and every time we walk out on the streets, we don't want all these little cuties clawing and pulling all over us. You understand? That's just something we don't want. We love our privacy. Well, we're going to find out once and for all. If our suspicions prove right, they're gone, baby.
Okay, a couple of handsome guys. We want to thank you guys for being on the show there, and that's about all the time we have for Ken Wayne and Danny Davis. Real handsome dudes. When they walk into the room, mice jump on chairs. But anyway, that's enough about those guys. What we're going to do right now, we're going to talk just for a second about the book. I don't have the book. Anyway, we have the address. We've been getting a lot of calls for people that were wondering about the address once again for people out of town that would like a copy of the book Jim Barham wrote about me. There it is, the address as you see on the screen, and the post office box number is too long for me to mention, so just write it down, and there it is. You send $10 and $1 for postage, and we'll be glad to send you out a copy of the Jerry Lawler book, Crowning of a King. Also, speaking of that book, it is available in Memphis at all the Bookland stores, and also in Jackson at the mall up there at the Bookland store. And speaking of that, I will be at the Bookland store at the Mall of Memphis next Saturday. That's right, next Saturday from 1 until 3, and we'll have copies of come on in here, Bob. Just bring it in. That's the book. There it is. We'll have copies of this out there, and we're going to be autographing them for everybody, and we'd just like for everybody to come on by because it's always nice to get the chance to meet and greet you fine people. So we'll be there at Bookland store, Mall of Memphis, from 1 to 3 next Saturday afternoon. I'd like to see all of you come on out there, okay? And also big action at the Mid-South Coliseum coming up tomorrow night. 8 o'clock is bell time. Just some of those big matches that you're going to be seeing down there is, of course, the match that the Nightmares, the former Nightmares, Ken Wayne and Danny Davis just talked about. They're going to be going against a new team that we don't know a whole lot about called the Daydreams, a masked team, and we're going to find out Monday night what happens in that match. Also, a no time limit, no disqualification battle against Troy Graham's interns, and we're going to have Troy Graham out here in just a few minutes to talk to him about that match. They're going to be going to go up against the Dirty White Boys. And I started to say Jimmy Hart's Dirty White Boys, but I don't think I can call them that anymore. I think that they've seen that they can win without Hart, and he's kind of deserted them the last couple of weeks, and so I believe they're going to go out on their own. They'll be going up against the interns. Then we got Macho Man Randy Savage. He's going to be taking on Iron Mike Sharp for the Mid-America title. And then my match with Eddie Gilbert inside barbed wire. Barbed wire around the ring, that should be exciting. That's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and we want to see all of you down there. And we want to see you right back here. We'll be back with more of the show after these words. Welcome back to the show. And during the break, they told us, well, we're running out of time. You either got time to talk to Troy Graham or you got time to show everybody the segment on the wrestling out in Texas. So guess what I chose? Right now, we're going to take a look at wrestling out in Texas and check in on the careers of young Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, and I think you'll see some other familiar faces in this. Here we go.
And entertainment, the guy with the black mask or Zebra Man or whoever these, you know, everybody has a role, and I think people can identify with that, good and bad.
I think it's entertainment. I enjoy it. I super enjoy it.
Okay, we'll buy that. It is entertainment. Sunday night, but beginning what at about all those 10:30, it's bumps double-barreled and Western bruises? adventure with Clint Eastwood in Rawhide, followed by Steve McQueen in Wanted, Dead or
Those guys
Alive.
are gigantic out there, and they're definitely putting some physical punishment on each other.
Everybody you see in the ring right now, they look like an athlete, and they're all athletes, and they're all ex-football players or ex-college jocks.
If the price is right, then sure, I'd love to try it.
Professional wrestlers are definitely outstanding athletes. If you look at their bodies and see how much weight work they probably have to do and how much training they have to go through, they are definitely athletes.
To be, number one, you have to be in good shape, first of all, to be able to take the number of falls that they do during a wrestling match.
And we're out already. Okay, just kind of quick there. Ed Too Tall Jones and a lot of the wrestling going on out in Texas. And as you said, as you saw, Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton kind of doing a fabulous one's impersonation there. But I hope, want to wish those guys a lot of success out there. That's about all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank you for being here. Stay tuned, because coming up next is Action News 5. Don't miss that right here. And we're going to be back again next week at our regular time at 11 o'clock. Don't forget, we'll see you tomorrow night down at the Mid-South Coliseum. The roads are all clear, and we want to see you down there, okay? And, well, I guess that's just about all the time we have for today's show. I want to thank you once again. Until tomorrow night and next week, it's the King saying so long, everybody.